thing.
Did
Hello,
you
Gretchen.
did you approve our recording?
I don't need to. Oh, do
Oh,
I?
I
I
don't
do.
know. No, I'm glad it didn't. Those must be for bigger Zoom events, not just knitting AF the podcast.
I know. But there are
Our
many
countless
people.
followers.
Susie.
Oh, good. Right.
But I did tell you my high school friend found us. I don't know how she found it. She texted me like, and I see her probably like once a month. I'm actually we signed up to do Mahjong together at like the community center. So I'm very excited about that. But she texted me and she's like, "Is this you?" And I was like, "It is." So I don't know how, like if she, like how it came up because it wasn't our Instagram. It was the YouTube channel.
Look at that.
So I think it was one of those things where I'm like, I don't know how I feel. Somebody from my alternate life seeing me record online.
Here we are. Cheers.
Mhm. Cheers. You have fancy with your orange. That's what I needed, but I was gunning a little.
Should we talk about it?
Yeah, you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
Do you have your
Um,
bottle? I have my
I
bottle.
do too.
Oh, you do?
So this is called the Pathfinder. We've, I believe, talked about this before.
We have, and what I haven't told you is they reached out to us. Do you know this? They direct messaged us from Instagram,
We're
and
gonna
we are
be better.
we need to be better. I'm going to write them back and I'm going to say they were really interested in our content for Dry January. So we're going to talk to them about dry perpetuity.
Right. Right. Marvelous March.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
And I know Kate has read this before, but their label is so fantastic. Immediate relief for malaise and ennui, cold feet and hot tempers, weak knees and low spirits. Patented distilled non-alcoholic spirit. Hempen root.
yeah.
It's
And they just emailed me the cutest cocktail. So I just reordered because I drink this. This is my drink and I drink it pretty much Thursday, Friday. It's my, you know how you and I talked about we don't like cocktail?
right.
This is my, or
I mean
mocktail.
mocktail. Yeah.
I don't like the word mocktail. I love the word cocktail. This is my cocktail. So
Yes.
Thursday, Friday is this and ginger beer and a lime. And
Ginger beer
then,
and lime.
yes.
Nice.
So I ripped through my last bottle and this time I got this. I'm gonna put this in there.
Is it
It's
a
a little
coaster?
recipe book. And what I think is really interesting for all of the people among us is they start with non-alcoholic and in the end they go to semi-dry, semi-wet. Like there's one that it's an old fashioned and it substitutes out 1 ounce of bourbon for Pathfinder. And then but mixes it all up. But the one they just sent to me an email. I'm gonna read it because it's backwards.
Yeah.
It's called the Lucid Lady. It's 1 ounce of the Pathfinder, 1 ounce of tart cherry juice, 4 ounces of a prebiotic soda, and a
What?
teaspoon of yeah. So it doesn't say which flavor. And then a teaspoon of magnesium powder to knock you out.
Sign me up.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get everything in it. I'm gonna report back to see if
Thank
it
you.
helped. Yeah, because there's this like sleepy girl cocktail where they're drinking tart cherry juice with magnesium. I already drink magnesium every night, but this would be a very good delivery system.
Yes.
So,
Um, yeah, mine is just club soda,
mm,
Pathfinder, big squeeze of the orange, and those fancy cherries and the
mhm.
fancy cherry juice.
I think, well, I have that other one that I make my hot toddy with, the black ginger. But this is I would say my cocktail bourbon. Like it's
Mm,
not a total substitute, but if I'm making something has bourbon in it, this is what I use.
yeah,
So
perfect.
yeah, I love it. And I
Yeah,
love the bottle. I love the bottle.
I do too. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Should we get to the knitting?
Like, get to the knitting,
All right,
kitten. What do you have on you?
my Sophie, my gigundous, beautiful Sophie. Let's see if we can get some light on. I don't know if we can get light on the color. There we go.
Oh, you
It's like
just froze.
burgundy black with flecks of cherry. What if I said that? And it's huge. Now, this is my question for you. I love it. It's big. I can wear it all the time. I can wear it any which way. I haven't blocked it. Should I block it? Should we talk about bloom? I don't think I'll regret blocking it. I think I'm just lazy.
What is the remind me what yarn that is?
It's Noro Pseudo,
Okay.
and it's very woolly.
Okay.
Yeah, it is big and woolly.
So
I don't know
100% wool, probably.
for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll look it up and see.
You
But
could
yeah,
just steam it.
steam it.
You could just, so I'm like the last person in America who still has an iron. Everyone
You
else
might
has a
be.
steamer, but you could just steam along the top of it if you felt like you wanted to even it out. But
It's not
maybe,
even the size of it. Like it's pretty good shape wise. It's that it's a little rough.
okay. Oh,
It's 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 not it's and it's stiff.
okay.
Like the lines are straight. It's got that thick thin composure to it. Let's see. Like the yarn would get thick and thin. So it's a little wonky, which I love,
Then
but
then
it's
do a full wet block.
okay to
Where
get the itchies out. All
yes,
right. It's
it's gonna
100%
soften it.
wool. I checked.
Yes,
Okay.
right. With wool wash, you know,
Okay.
Eucalan or whatever you have.
Yeah, I always get like a little sample size whenever I get yarn in the mail. So I'm gonna do it. Like I don't know why I was hesitating. No, I do know. I'm just
Lazy.
really
I
I'm
know. No,
lazy.
I
I'm
know.
really lazy.
And you'll be so happy.
Yeah, I
You'll
think
be,
I will be.
yeah, for sure.
So I love the color. I love the flex. I'm very happy with how this turned out. So I
Nice
would give
job.
that, and it was totally mindless knitting.
Ugh.
You have one, don't you? You have a Sophie
Yes,
scarf.
yes. I have the
Okay.
scarf.
Yeah.
That happy little yellow scarf.
Okay.
Um,
You're up.
I don't have anything finished. I'll just remind everyone I'm wearing my Feel the Burn
Oh, so
sweater.
pretty.
Caitlin Hunter, which is she who you're
Sadaltna.
adult?
Yeah.
Great. Yeah.
How did you feel about the pattern in terms of difficulty?
No problem.
Okay.
No problem. Um, how do you feel about it with the blue denim under it?
I love it. I think
Okay.
that's perfection.
Okay, thank you, Kate. I almost did a I almost did a selfie text before because I just was hesitating, but
No, it's perfect.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's
Double
making me
thumbs up.
really
If
happy.
I had that sweater, which is now you're wearing that, because I have that kit and I found it, right? It only took me 7 months now that I have my yarn organization. Um, Maybe I just make that instead of the Soldotna. Although we need to talk about color ennui. I am in a color crisis. And I'll explain why when you see my whips. But I think I don't know. I'm in a bit of a weird color place right now.
I have been right there.
Hmm.
I have started and ripped out and started and stopped like 5 different things in the last week.
Mm.
Nothing was making me happy. And then I got to this, and that I'm so happy.
Oh, good. Okay.
I needed color. And
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what you mean, but
I don't know if that's what I mean. It's just like I've been so good about getting through my stash, like busting it up. I can't tell if it's I don't like what I have. I want something like it's a lot of cuckoo town, I guess is what I would say. But it's like I have a million things over there that at one point, and I'll give you an example because I want to knit my I'm going to Paris, 29 days. That's the countdown. And I want to knit something in Bien Ami when I go to her pop-up, which is perfect timing because her pop-up. So at one time I had bought these. That is definitely neon pink. And I love, like, this is gray with flecks.
Yes.
Theoretically, I love this. Uh, eh, And then I think what I'm going to do, because the other thing I bought, which I do still love.
You got that for me too.
So I have two of these. And I'm a little like, I feel better about this than I do about this. But I still feel, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's just where I am or I don't know. I need a yarn psychiatrist, I think.
Right?
Yeah.
I will say for that confetti worsted,
Uh-huh.
if you haven't yet watched Caitlin of Caddy Jack's Knits,
Mm-hmm.
Caitlin, well, they both have their own individual YouTube channels now, and Caitlin's is called This Little Life. And her first episode, she is wearing a cardigan made out of that confetti worsted.
Mm.
And it's pretty darn spectacular.
Well, let's talk about this because I know that you think I talk at you and you don't pay attention, but that's not true. I do. Because what I did is I listened to finally your Ravelry tutelage and I went into it and I picked all the projects that had confetti. Now, here's my issue. And this is the other thing to talk about with yarn buying. I need to be bolder. I only have two skeins and this 250 yards a piece, trying to come up with something that's 500 yards is a weird, like they should say, you should go to the yarn counter and like they leave you to your own. They should be like, really? Take one or take 8. But don't take 2. What the hell are you going to do with 2? Because there were a million adorable sweaters all over Ravelry in this, and I have 2. So
I
what
would
am I
send you my one if 3 is more helpful.
It is, well, 3 might be more helpful because they're like, one of the things I came up with, I had a list of things. The Manhattan hat was very popular. So, and it looked good in this.
Yes.
And even looking at it now, it's making me happy.
Oh, let's
So,
both knit that. We could knit that together.
you want to do that?
Would that be fun?
Yes, I think that would be fun because that would be very satisfying. And then I could wear it there because it won't be hard for me to do. Okay.
Manhattan hat. Let's go.
Manhattan hat.
And
Boom.
it's like such a popular pattern.
Yeah.
It's one of those that I feel like, oh, I want to be in the club.
You're in the, and can I tell you how cute this looked in it? Like if you look up your Corey, every other hat on the website is a Manhattan hat.
I see it.
Okay, all right, good. All
right.
right, a plan made. I needed that.
So that's 29 days. So we have
29 days.
29 days to make the Manhattan hat.
Yeah, which I think is doable.
For sure.
Okay.
Although, is that it's like a super long fold over.
It's a little pointy.
Oh yeah, that's what the girls are wearing these days.
Yeah, it's a little pointy. I don't think it'll take us that long. That might segue me to this.
All right.
This is my other FO.
Is that from Pam and Dinah?
Yes, this is my City Lights hat.
So cute.
My sparkle hat.
Oh, it's so darling.
And isn't it great?
It's so good with your hair.
And it was so satisfying to knit. It's very soft. It's 3 yarns. Arabella Aurora is I think the mohair. And is the base. And then this Rowan Kid Silk Haze, which is, I think, a standard mohair. And then the Rosetta Yarns is the sparkle. And I think it's just beautiful.
So you had to hold 3?
Yeah.
How was that?
No big deal. And the whole time I was like, I mean, it is just beautiful. I would, if someone watching, I would recommend this kit so highly. And the pattern is easy. It's literally, I think it took me 3 days because I loved knitting it so much. And what I love about, and we should mention them too, we're talking about podcast, the Knitting Place, owned by Dinah, her buddy Pam, they are the queen of the kit. Wouldn't you say?
Oh, for
And I
sure.
think they had this hat in like 17 different colorways. Black, white, rose gold, gold, navy. And I know sparkle isn't your jam, but
No, it's
this is like a New Year's hat. Such a satisfying baby.
total holiday. Yeah. Cold winter. It's
Yeah,
great.
I reach for it all the time. The pom pom is a little ginormous, but beautiful.
It's beautiful. Oh,
Yeah,
yay.
I was very happy with that. So yes, I would highly recommend this. And I have enough of the confetti left over. It comes like it's already pre-wound, but like I have enough to make 2 more hats of the sparkle.
The sparkle. Okay. Oh, that's fun because you could just add whatever.
Whenever.
Yeah. Well
Yeah.
done.
So
And that was like a recent purchase. Like that was like last in, first out.
yeah. Yeah. So I'm in good shape on that.
Yeah.
So
Do you want to see what I'm working on?
I do.
Or do you have more finished objects? You might.
No, you've seen it. You've seen my Sophie.
They're
You saw my,
fantastic.
I had another one, but so I'm not going to show it.
Okay.
Okay.
Um, yeah, so this I just started 2 days ago and I'm so happy with it. Um, it is called The Brightly Hat
Mm,
by Pam Powers.
mm.
Actually, the color work's showing up pretty well on the screen
Yeah.
because honestly, if I could go back now, here's a little color dominance lesson. In this section, I should have held the blue in my left hand to and to have that blue pop against the pink more.
Hmm.
So if you're thinking about your Soldotna
Yeah.
or any of them,
Yeah.
I think of it as it to help me remember. I say to my head, down low, the down low. The dominant yarn, the color you want to be dominant is in your left hand, held in your left hand.
Okay. So I'm knitting with my right. When you say your left, how do you like explain that?
Yeah, sorry. So, your two colors at once.
Yeah.
So actually, or maybe you hold both in your right if you have two colors.
I always hold everything in my right.
Okay. When I am working with two colors, I have one in my right and one in my left because it's faster for me.
Oh my God. I can't even imagine.
You
That's
should
skill
try it
set.
sometime. You should try it.
All right. I will try it.
But so anyway, the color in your left hand is the dominant,
Okay.
more pronounced.
Okay. So
Um,
are you saying that if you could go back and do it again, at this point, you're not going to change? You're going to just keep status quo.
because
But
it's
if you
fine.
were doing it again, you would make sure that you were putting the blue in your left hand?
Correct.
Okay.
Because I had the pink in my left hand and um it would make the blue pop more.
Okay.
It's like up against the pink. But I'm still, oh, and it's squishy and it's chunky and um
You're
the
going to be done with that soon.
I know, like maybe tonight.
I know.
And the yarn is called ikigai,
Mm.
which is a Japanese word. And it's this, you won't be able to read it, but the ikigai is the center of what you're good at, what you love, your passion, your mission, what the world needs. Like it's all in Japanese, it's that term of like what you are meant to do
Huh.
when it matches all the different
That
aspects.
is very
I
cool.
know, it's so cool. And I mean, who am I? But I
I know. I have to say, the blue, not so much. The pink, I'm pretty impressed.
I know, and I'm loving it. I'm just, yeah. So
So do you think this is like a palette cleanser for you, or do you think you might be working into the world of color?
I think I am working into the world of color
Okay. And
because
what was your thought process when you were trying out and ripping out and giving up and moving on? Was it, I'm not satisfied with the combo, I don't like the project? Was it a couple of things?
Yes, it was. Well, I also found, I think with my, we're on the road to recovery with my shoulder, but I did
Mhm.
find that the thinner needles and
Mm,
smaller yarn, it just was
too
too,
much.
it was bugging it.
Yeah.
So I think this was the happy place of a size 8 needle.
Okay.
Um, but definitely there was something like I'm looking at that all my gray and oatmeal right now, and I'm like, what am I gonna do with all that?
Yeah. Don't make any rash
I
decisions.
know.
You might be back there come,
Right?
you know.
Um,
It's so interesting because I don't think it's my color that I'm sick of. I think I need to spend some time getting pattern inspiration. I feel like I might have gone too far into the lane of kit and I need to be a little more creative and come out. Does that make sense?
yes.
Okay.
To feel like you pulled it all together.
Yes.
Yes.
Hmm.
Because that is part of the love for me is like scrolling Ravelry, going down like crazy rabbit holes. I love that.
Yeah.
And I also, yeah, the other side of that is then I finish nothing because
Well, I can't tell you, that's maybe where I am a little because I've been finishing. Like I've been pulling. I'll show you. Can we talk about other whips? So,
yeah.
and because this thing is adorable. A Spice Tricot or a Spas Tricot had this kit like years ago. Do you remember this? It's the Sunday morning wrap. And I'm making the Sunday morning shawl, or it's a different one. There's two wrap patterns. Um, it was, and we have to figure out this whole backwards thing. So I have a cast on. It's navy. The yarn is their Sunday morning DK. So it is joyful to knit with. And then, but what I love about it was how they put it together. It came in this bag that was called the Sunday morning bag. And
Oh,
all the things they said, under the duvet, dream state, a Sunday kind of love, but first coffee, offline, simple pleasures. They have a whole list of things you'd associate with Sunday morning, right? Like your ikigayo, right? Like something that just resonates with you.
yes.
Clever yarn ladies, or
Yes.
yarn people.
Right. So,
So
so sorry. So are you saying it's not bringing you joy, the
no,
project?
it's bringing me joy and I'm going to finish it. And I'm kind of very happy that I'm knitting through my stash, but I think there's like a little inkling of what's next. And
Mm.
I keep one of the things about that soldatna, we should put a picture when we post this. We can talk about it in the context of your Bernie.
Yes.
Feel the burn. Visually, when people are posting it to Ravelry, they're showing the yoke flattened out in a circle with their color choices.
Yes.
And there's something about those just to see how people's brains are working. I think what I've been doing is I've been picking simple one color TV knitting over and over. And I think what I'm craving is probably challenge.
Bingo. I'm just pulling
That's
up
what,
the,
yeah, yes. And just like I think I need to make it, I need to pay patience. I need to sit down, go to a really good yarn shop with really good color choices and work the problem a little to try to see if I can. It's almost like next level knitting for me. I'm very good. I have good taste picking up a pattern. I can, color wise, I'm good when it's A and B. Like that to me would be both the color work and the color selection would be moving on. So I think,
and okay, great segue. I found on YouTube,
hmm,
it's her name is Chloe, CLO.
okay.
We'll have this in the show notes. Chloe knits, and it's a 20-minute 6 steps to better color work. And she is doggone spot on.
Okay.
Choosing colors, making sure, because honestly, like an example was these two, yeah, they're they appear to be high contrast,
Mhm.
but their value actually is pretty close. Like she talks about all these concepts of color, and you'd love this thing.
Okay. Oh, I
So
can't wait.
yeah.
Yeah. Because I'm what I, you know what, it was funny when we were talking about it because I have an inappropriate attachment to Dinah. At some point she's probably going to put out a restraining order on me. I just direct the message to her to get her glasses, and I think she's like, okay, creepy girl. Um, but I was just going to make hers. I was going to call her up and be like, put together yours. I'm like, no, part of this has got to be the art. Like I've got to calm down and stop trying to like I think it's just like life transition for me too. I've been running so hard and so fast for so long. I've got to stop and be like, what's my hurry? What am I like? I don't need to get there tomorrow. If it takes me a while, I'll be all right. You know what I mean? That's part of it. And I get intimidated by the podcasts that we watch because they are churning out projects. Like, when are they knitting? All day, all night? Like some of these people we watch, I'm like, when do you eat? When do you shower?
Right.
You know?
Right.
So
And but that's I have other things I love to do, and as do you.
yeah,
And so that's why.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I highly recommend Chloe, and
Okay.
then you're gonna be like, that's gonna be like the next level for you to decide your colors.
Yeah.
And I think you should do Soldotna instead of this because I think that's what you want.
Yeah. I think one place in the Soldotna, because you have it pulled up, is I don't think I'm gonna do what I call the LL Bean pattern in the middle. Where if you look in the middle, like I want to do the yoke, and then do you see how she's got the little, I don't know what you call it. You probably know the knitterly word for it, but like the flex in the middle, like it's everyone's,
Oh, down in here?
yes. I'm gonna make that solid. There's something about that fleckiness that doesn't do it for me. But everything else, I think and I'm gonna make mine longer because I'm not a crop person.
Right.
So,
Um, oh, there's so many good ones though. Like I would, yeah, so
okay.
fun.
So let's discuss just while we're on the Soldotna now, we've made so
Yes.
many good decisions. One of them I'm interested in is if I go and I see DK over here, DK over here, DK over here, is that a bad idea? Okay.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I think oh yeah, because remember in this,
Oh, yeah.
that was the beauty of this for me. It forced me to be like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. They're different. One was alpaca, one was
Yeah.
wool, and it was fine.
Okay. Okay.
So
That's okay.
yeah.
Because maybe what I'll try to do is when I'm in Paris, get some of her, she's got such good colors. That's one of the things. But even if I don't use all of hers, if I bring like two back that I like and then try to pitter putter with some others here, then I can say these are from here and this is from there.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Oh,
All
that's fun.
right.
I
I
love
feel
it.
like I have a quest.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna wear your Manhattan hat, then you're gonna get the.
Yeah.
I keep looking out because I keep thinking I'm seeing flurries because I am.
Oh, God.
It's
No.
been we've had such a great, I can't complain. It's
Yeah.
been pretty good February. I have one other little, I'll just show you quickly, whip.
Yeah. Take your time. I want to see.
Um, so Hadley, my daughter Hadley, wanted a vest for work. And we landed
Mm,
on this pattern. Like this is what she wanted to
mhm.
wear with over navy and black. And so oh boy, it looks like cat barf. But here that's it was inside out. Here we go.
Okay.
Uh,
Interesting.
yes, totally interesting construction. Kind of started up here, and then he did the back first, and then the front. I mean, this will all get picked up. It'll be a nice
Yeah.
neckline. Um, and I may rip it out.
Oh, okay.
I just I just think she's not gonna love the color. It's just a little flat.
It's hard to tell because I can't tell on the screen. But when you said cat barf, you pretty much nailed it.
Oh, oh. I actually meant just the how it looked, but yeah, and the color.
Oops. Awkward moment. But it might just be the camera. Oh my gosh, I won't even tell our viewers, but one time you called my flesh-colored scarf that I had to send to, hopefully she'll never see this, to my sister, because once you said it, I was like, I can't wear this anymore.
Sorry. Well, this is Turnabout's fair play.
It
It's called sand.
looks better when you hold it back from the camera. It
Right.
looks more beige. It's just beige.
It is
It's,
just
you
beige.
know what it is? It's not the color's bad. She's going to be able to wear it with everything. It's that you're off your oatmeal palette.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, what I am enjoying is it's an interesting construction and different from, like, to your point of, I feel like I'm learning. I feel like it's been,
Mm-hmm.
and this knitting for Olive. Remember we had that mohair
Yeah.
in our gingerbread kit, and
Yeah.
this is not the mohair, it's just their merino.
Yeah. That's a
Um,
nice yarn company.
there's it's a mother-daughter.
Oh,
Oh, it's a mother-daughter. The mother is like a beautiful knitter and was knitting baby gifts for all of the daughter's friends. And everyone started being like, can we buy them? And she's like, no, but anyway, it's like a fantastic story.
that's a good
Um,
one.
yeah. So that's really all I have active whips. There
Okay,
are more
I
whips,
have
but
one more active. I
mm,
have my other,
my
oh,
drink is making me so happy, Pathfinder.
oh no, the Pathfinder is the very, very best.
Mm.
Um, I have Anna's Devil Shrug. And for people who don't know who the Devils are, they're the New Jersey hockey team that we are obsessed with in this house. And so it's black and red stripes. And what's interesting is I chose not to, it calls for holding the mohair together. I went mohairless. I don't know why. Again, I think it's that I'm in this weird place. I have the mohair. I bought enough yarn to sink the Titanic, but I just didn't feel like knitting with it. But I will say, this is that a lemon kid. I brought the other colors because one day I'm going to make mine the opposite of hers so we can go to Devils games together in our matching shorts. You would laugh. I tried to say to her, well, you're tiny. You don't need the full size one. And she tried mine on and she's like, yes, I do.
Go, Anna.
I know I tried to cheap out on her. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to get Patrick to accept a vest, but this is good yarn. This
Yes.
is very good and squishy because I think it's the cashmere and the yak. So knitting it is like,
Is that Todd?
yes.
Okay.
This is, yeah, it's 150 yards in each of these, and it's 65% yak, 35% cashmere.
Mm, so good.
So, but again, I went through a phase where I was buying yarn instead of actually doing things with yarn. And now I feel like I'm paying the piper. I'm getting through it,
I
which
know.
I'm proud of myself,
You
but
should be.
it's not nearly as much fun as buying new stuff.
I know. Oh,
But now I have a quest. My Soldatna will be my quest.
okay.
Yeah.
And have you been through your stash?
Yes.
Okay. No,
Because I did that.
but
Oh, for the DK. No, 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 no. I need to do that. And I think like I went because you see my 4 quadrants. One is like black and gray, one is green and blue, one is pink and red, and one is, I think, anything that doesn't qualify for those. I should probably go back and do by weight.
whatever works for you. I just listened to Andrea Mowry. She just talked about how um what was she had hers by Yarn Company because
Hmm.
she gets so much, for her
Yeah.
business. And she tried to go to weight by weight and was
Mhm.
like, oh no, it doesn't work for my brain. Like so I think it's what works for your brain.
Well, it's interesting. I think in the case if I was going to bust down some stash to do that, I'd have to get it all out
Right.
and like
Eh,
hide from the world,
Yes.
hide from the beasts, and lay it out like, when Josh was a baby, he used to line up all of his Matchbox cars. He still to this day, that's how his brain works. He likes, like the basketball tournament is his favorite thing because of the order. And so I almost need to do his Matchbox car trick and take everything of yarn out, pick all the DK out, put everything else away, then line up all the DK. Maybe I can do it out of my stash.
I mean, just it could even just to play around with it as a
Yeah,
just for fun. Because how many colors is that?
I think let's look at it. I can feel that you're coming. I can see your brain going. You're like,
Uh-huh.
hey, now I like color. I
Four.
like Caitlin Hunter. I like
Four,
stuff.
four colors.
Am I tricking you into doing this with me?
No.
I think it's more than four. Don't you think the center is a different one?
Nope, that's it.
It's just four?
Yep.
Huh. That actually sounds like I won't get myself into trouble.
Right.
That's a good one. Okay.
So,
All right, let's see if I can bust it
yeah,
out.
yeah, bust it out.
And then can we just be like alienate people for a minute? Well, what it goes to speak to is how the world is such an interesting place. Because you see things on Ravelry where I would just never choose those colors together, alone, right? Like back to your Japanese graphic, it has to speak to you. And that's what makes it so interesting.
Right.
Right. And then I want to think about too, because what you're wearing looks so good with your coloring. I know that it wasn't intentional because you were feeling the burn, but like it's like I have to be careful that what I like also is something I'm going to wear too.
Yes. Right. Exactly. I was just thinking about that this week when I have this like really pretty orange, rusty orange cowl. It was like one of the first things I made.
Mm,
It's what I pull every single time because it's simple, it's classic, it's wearable. To your point,
yeah.
the crazy striped things I've done, or they just sit there.
Yeah. So if I'm going to take all of this time, I want to love it, but wear it. And
Right.
that'll be fun.
Oh, all right. What's next?
I think, did we cover all the knitting?
All
Oh, at some
right.
point I want to talk about selling. 'Cause
Selling?
I think, yeah, I think I'm going to give this up.
Well, I know. I'm kind of looking at them.
Maybe I should mail them to
Maybe we'll
you.
do a trade. We'll do some.
Yeah. And it's fingering weight. Why do I ever buy this weight? We know me. I'm not going to knit this, right?
Well,
Like part of it's self-awareness.
I could. All right, I'm gonna do a segue to books because it's a
Okay.
segue to from. I just got this from the library. This woman, Summer Lee, is like the queen of socks.
Hmm.
I mean, so to your point of what are you gonna do with that fingering weight yarn? I mean, look at those socks.
I know. That just seems like I would like you to knit those for me.
I'm re-inspired. I am this book. She's so dang funny
Oh,
and
really?
smart, and it's instructional. It's I just
Okay.
ordered it. I ordered it from the bookstore because I'm like, I have to own this book.
Oh, that's rare for you. That's a big deal. You really like it.
I read it cover to cover last night.
Ooh,
Great tips. Um, oh
excellent. Oh, look
yeah.
at you.
So like because she is so into striping, adding all these fun
Mhm.
colors together.
Yeah.
Bits
See,
and
that's
bobs.
the, and they're big enough that it's not a big commitment, right? Like that's the beauty. But this, for me, a sock is a huge commitment. What I mean is, if you make a wrong color choice, they're still socks.
They're in
It
your feet.
wasn't that you knit, family
Mhm.
sweaters or something.
She lives in Oklahoma. She talks about how she hardly wears them but just opening the drawer of them makes her so happy. That was so great. Um, yeah, okay, so was that La Bien Aimée, that yarn?
Yeah,
Can you just show it up close again?
yeah. I just threw it in rage.
I might Venmo you.
No, I don't need your
Yeah.
money, please. What I need is to not feel guilty about
So it's a
giving.
gray base.
It's a gray base with
Ah,
beautiful color. Can you see the chartreuse and the turquoise? And then it gets denser right here. Yeah. And
all
there's
right,
even yellow and orange.
I might need that.
And then I'll send you the pink. I can't even believe we're having this conversation, quite frankly. I am shocked right
I
now.
know.
Right? Like the thought of me sending this to you, it's just batshit. I might as well throw the sparkle yarn in too, and we'll just call the conversion complete.
I know. I want color in my house. I'm like, I want it's something is midlife, man. Midlife is real.
Just make sure it's not February in Illinois.
I know, I know, I know. There's that. Yeah, with the flurries, right.
Right. Well, and the fact that, no offense, but you haven't seen the sun unless you go to Florida,
You know,
right? Like you've
right.
seen it since December, maybe.
Oh,
So,
all right. What else do we have?
no, I have no more knitting.
Okay, me either.
Um, you had book. My only book recommendation, I already mailed it to you for your recoup, was The Covenant of Water. How are you doing with it? It was so good. One of the things I would recommend to you, do you have a Kindle?
Yes.
Put it on your Kindle. It's too heavy. Like
Okay.
I got it out of the library and I was so excited because they had it. You know, we have a whole section in our library called the Lucky Day section, and it
Oh,
was my lucky day. It was there. Every night I was like, it was like a workout. I could barely hold it in bed because it's so big. So I wound up getting it on Kindle.
and you
So
told me you were, and or your sister said you were sad when it was over.
she was so jealous that I was reading it for the first time. I read it slowly, which is weird for me because usually I'm like rip, 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 because I wanted to enjoy it. And like kept slowing myself down, like it's gonna be over soon. I don't want it to be over.
Thank you.
So good. It's a big love. It's gonna take a while, but don't rush it.
All right.
Did you read the other one? Did you read Cutting for Stone?
Yes.
That-
Loved.
And that one's better. Mhm,
So good.
mhm.
Um, the only other I don't know if we've talked about Kate Bowler before. The
Hey,
live,
Bowler.
she is a religion professor at
Yes.
Duke.
We did that. You know what? I think I turned you on to Life Worth Living. Did you do that with your book club? That's the one
Yes.
she did with Claire Danes and
Yes.
yes,
Yes, yes, yes, yes, yes. And this
she's
is
on.
yes, and this is these are poems, the
Okay.
lives we actually have. And just during Lent, they're kind of nice little
I have
reminders.
I'm getting her Lent emails.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, that's a good one.
Yes, it's really good.
Good.
Um, yeah. I'm just looking at our little list.
Yeah.
We talked about Pathfinder.
We
Um,
talked about the Pathfinder, we talked books. I sent you opera dates.
oh, good. Today?
No, they're in the bottom of the agenda.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, and we could pick like just go on the Met because if those aren't
And
your
that weekend is good.
okay. So I'm gonna make sure Patrick's good with that weekend.
All right.
Um, oh, sorry, you're getting Band of Brothers. I was trying to go onto my iPad to look. I'm watching Band of Brothers because when we're in France, I'm going to Normandy. One of the days we're going to see the American Cemetery in Normandy. So I'm trying to bone up on all of my D-Day invasion history.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm excited. Patrick and the boys did it the last time we were there, but Anna and I stayed in Paris, so this time we're all going. So I'm excited. Yeah.
Okay, so yes, check with him and that's
Yeah.
such a great plan.
Okay, so and we'll talk about it, but like we'll pick which one and then we'll plan around those things.
Okay.
Okay, whether we want to do Brooklyn, Brooklyn and New York, New York and upstate, we can do it all. So,
So that'll be so great.
mhm.
Oh, I'm so happy.
Well, and thank you for accommodating because it's getting crazy here with college visits and her summer is
Yeah. Oh, right.
so. Oh,
Right.
and at some point, not related to anything on this podcast, sometimes I forget we're recording. I'm doing my sibling trip to Burlington. So I want to get all of your intel for that, whether it's Airbnbs you like or restaurants or things that you don't think we should miss. We're going to do that in October.
Okay.
So
How many are you?
4,
Okay.
yeah, and it'll just no spouses, just the 4 of
Okay.
us, my sister and my 2 brothers.
That's, oh,
Yeah.
hook you up.
Hey, what's behind you? Is that your Commodore? I'm gonna kick ass Commodore list.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're on the path.
Is
We're
it
on,
a war path or just a path?
I can see the path now.
Okay.
I can see the path.
Okay.
Yeah. I gave up anxiety. I gave up worry for Lent. Did I tell you that?
No. How's it going?
I do remind myself that that's what I gave up and it
Okay.
helps.
Okay.
Yeah. I said, oh no, I'm not doing that
Okay.
right now. My husband, he counters with, hey, I gave up abstinence for Lent.
Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Oh, sorry, children.
No, Cooper
Sorry,
decided
kids.
he was going to give up chocolate, and we're not convinced he ever ate any of it. So he was in the Jim Seymour camp of making it as easy as humanly possible.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Um, all right.
That's
Well,
it.
we can probably maybe wrap this up. Uh,
Yes.
and I might stop recording. We can do a little business after
Yeah.
the end of the
Schedule it.
pod. But
Yeah.
we'd like to thank everybody for watching
Yes. Thank you.
and feel free to add comments,
Hmm.
feedback, things you'd
Yeah.
like us to talk about, things you'd
Things
like, yeah,
to not talk about, to wait
we
till
can take
after to
it.
talk
We
about.
can
Yeah.
take it. But
Yeah.
be kind. Be kind.
Mhm.
All right. Cheers, friend. Happy weekend.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.